You're listening to virtual interactive chat like you've never heard before. We are discussing issues from both sides of the political spectrum every night. Join us as we take on the two-party system. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Yes, I'm David Sponheim with Sarah, and we are traveling.
Yeah, it's vacation time for me, so I'm enjoying my vacation.
Technology Thursday has allowed us to do this amazing trip and still do a broadcast of 2 hours a day, which is unheard of, but still amazing.
I know. David, I'm so glad that you're so persistent in your
Well, I love what I do, and
show.
If I didn't love the viewers and all the followers that we have and the people worldwide who watch us, I wouldn't do the show. But we're powered up not by money, not by the need for greed, like Trump and all the other politicians in the Democratic and Republican Party, but we're powered up by a thing called concern for our country. We are very concerned about the environment, about the lack of jobs. The growth in our economy has not been triggered by technology growth, by production. We're relying on people like Trump, who is a liquidator, to show us how great our economy is doing. Well, the stock market responds well to people like Trump because he gave tax breaks to the rich that will cost our nation $5.5 trillion over the next 10 years.
Wow.
Now, that may equate to jobs, but it doesn't, and Reaganomics and trickle-down economics never turned into jobs. So these people who have a lot of money are using it now to invest in the stock market, so the stock market looks good. But in the streets of America, they're still looking for money just to pay their minimum payments on their credit cards. I don't need a job because I'm pretty happy, and one of the reasons why I retired at the age of 50 was because I had properly managed my money, unlike this country, which is improperly managing its money terribly. Every state that's led by the Democrats seems to be in bankruptcy or near bankruptcy, like Illinois, New York, California. Yeah, and the Democrats want to keep spending money, and there's no end in sight when they spend money. They just tax people. And all of you who are paying taxes are going to have to pay the taxes on the Democrats if they win the 2020 election. Wow, that's a pretty good one. Okay, Tom, your humor isn't really funny. We're going to put you on mute. I don't care if I have any chatters other than maxed out credit. Thank you, guys. I'm going to click to enter the room over at iVlog. Sorry I wasn't in there. Hi, guys. We are broadcasting.
So, according to Maxed Out Credits link, a superhuman AI crushes the poker pros at a 6-player Texas Hold'em.
Wow, a superhuman AI going into a poker game. And Texas Hold'em is one of the toughest games out there. Well, there's no tell with an AI system doesn't blink its eyes. It's kind of like a deficit playing against it.
Perfect poker face.
Yeah. Computer scientists have developed a card-playing bot called Pluribus, capable of defeating some of the world's best players at 6-person, no-limit Texas Hold'em poker in what's considered an important breakthrough in artificial intelligence. Okay, well, I've heard enough. I'm bored by that already. Who cares? Well, let's be clear. We're back. Hi. Yeah, so doing a daily show has been kind of a purpose. You know, I told Sarah I'm on a mission, really, to keep doing a daily show, regardless of where we're going, in terms of politics. Doing a daily show is telling everyone, hey, we're in there trying, and we have a great policy toward helping the economy. Our platform is all about getting back to the basics.
You want to take out my potato salad?
Yeah.
All right, I don't have a cooking show for you.
But she made something on the fly.
I did.
Are we going to eat potato salad today?
But I was going to show them. Do you want this one or you don't?
You can have that one. That's good. Which one do you want to show?
I'll show this one.
Okay, she's showing the Hillshire Farm version.
All right, this is potato salad.
Isn't that lovely?
And it has these French fried onions.
Non-GMO.
So I have in here potatoes, hard-boiled eggs, onions. Oh, these pickles.
Oh, those good pickles. We found some really sweet yet tangy and spicy pickles.
Pickle juice, mayonnaise, mustard, paprika.
Nice.
A little bit of pepper, and then
Yep.
And then on the top is these. I do have the bag of French fried.
You want me to show it to people? I think it's non-GMO French fried onions. They're just so good.
So that's as close as to the cooking show as you're going to get.
There you go. So there's our temporary, on-the-fly, out-of-the-box potato salad. Anyone could eat. And what do you think this cost you? Would you say $1 for $1.50 for a dozen eggs? We use 6 eggs, so 75 cents. About 6 potatoes.
No, I had more potatoes than that. About a fifth of a bag of potatoes.
And the potato bag was only $3, so a fifth of the bag is no more than 75 cents. So far up to $1.50. And mayonnaise, organic mayonnaise we had, or avocado mayonnaise, non-GMO. I think we're up to $2. Well, that onion is very cheap.
And I could feed like 6 people on it. No, maybe 8.
Yeah, tater salad's great on the road. And it stays cool in the cooler bin, which runs on our electric system. We have a fan-driven cooler made by Coleman, and it just lowers the temperature by 40 degrees, which you'd think isn't enough, but it is enough to keep your milk and your dairy and everything you need, really. As long as you're riding. When you're not riding, you have to get some ice or something to go in it. But it is nothing like the condenser-based refrigerator units that really zap the energy of your vehicle. Yeah, 40 degrees below, but if you're in 118-degree weather, your food bag will be 78 degrees.
Doesn't it also have a cook feature? It keeps food warm if you want.
It does. You can heat food with it. You just switch the plug around, and it'll actually heat food. It draws air in. It's interesting. And that's technology that could get you, for $60, you could have a refrigerator on the road. Thank you. Special.
Our Colrack website.
Coleman does have one that uses a solid-state cooler, but it does use more energy. They have both, but they use more energy. This one has hardly any energy drain, so when you're driving down the road, it's like cooling. It's a little fan, no bigger than the one in the back of your computer. Well, there's no problem with smells because all of our mobile medical units and mobile service units will have the technology of air filtration. So whenever a smell, a pungent odor is noted, the system instantly activates and starts filtering the air. So if you go into the bathroom at the mobile service units and cut a big one, it'll completely clear the air. Yeah, I know you're eating. I don't want to talk about things like that, but
thank you.
Someone was concerned about the air quality of our mobile service units.
Because of my eggs.
I'm developing a technology that should be deployable in San Francisco. They're portable toilets that will actually push the people out of the toilet when they're done with it. Now, this technology has not been fully deployed, so I can't really tell you anything more than that, but we figure that people need about, 10 minutes for a bathroom break?
Something like that.
Yeah. 10 minutes for a bathroom break.
Oh, wait. I thought you weren't going to talk about that.
Well, I don't care what I talk about. If everyone's video looks very bad, I know. Does the video look really bad? Wow.
They were saying that the video looks better over at Vaughn Live.
Yeah, well, that's because I'm running a lower signal over it. If I increase iVlog TV, I can... No, I just shut off iVlog. They're being punished. Let's take it up to 500. Let's see if it'll work. Okay, iVlog, grainy but not too bad. Check this out. Is it still grainy? Will the toilets have the correct tools? No. In fact, frankly, every toilet will be veritably bulletproof. And stainless steel rims, prison issue. We're not sparing any expense on the toilet lids. That's a little extra. You can't make the thing I'm suggesting with. But the good thing is every time the toilet retracts and you fall on the floor and then slowly get pushed out, every time that it collapses, it cleans itself. So the next person who gets the bathroom will be antiseptically clean. Yeah. But you're only allowed 10 minutes to go to the bathroom. Otherwise, people are having sex in the bathrooms. It's just a nightmare. Yeah, so I'm working on the design right now, and hopefully I'll have it ready for a review in an animation form soon. High CPU detected, 500. It's probably that dang iVlog. Is video any better now at iVlog? We should be okay. It should be better now. I ran it to 500 kbytes per second. Well, if you can't do your thing in 10 minutes, you get another option. You have to wait another 5 minutes before you can reload. Yeah, but you'll end up on the street in a pile of whatever. I'm sorry, I'm just cracking myself up today. What video? Is there video? Willie Pickles. Yes, there is. We've got video going at 600 kbytes per second at Vaughn. Yeah, Scissorfight says it looks good. Great. Well, we're pushing the limits, folks. We've got a broadcast ability out of a high-speed modem with about 8 megabyte per second upload, which then goes through a VPN in Singapore. No, you're good. And then somehow we're getting our signal through undetected by any swatters or attackers.
Somehow.
It is non-GMO. A lot of the potatoes were, well, see, the potatoes are Yukon Golds, and I bought a brand name. And they don't make genetically modified Yukon Golds. So it's a brand name. So if you're buying a potato, buy a particular type of potato. Some of them don't say non-GMO. They haven't caught on to that yet. But there are some bad GMO potatoes out there. They're yellow potatoes that are GMO. If they don't say Yukon Gold on them, then you don't know what you're eating. And the guy that created the genetically modified technology actually said that he doesn't recommend you eating the potatoes. But the people that bought his seeds, and his I guess they seed potatoes by just, splitting them, and the potato itself is a seed. But these people that bought his technology said, I don't care if they're bad for you. We're still going to do this. And they're still making genetically modified potatoes that just, he said, they don't digest right.
I know. So. I'm always bundled up. Doesn't matter if it's in the middle of the summer. I wear a coat and a turtleneck, a coat, and a sweater.
There is no, when we originate our show, we don't have an ISP. We originate our show off of VPN. So the originating ISP is the VPN. Nice try, though, an Insane Canadian. Well, who's responsible for approving such detrimental products for human consumption? The people that just work for money and have regular jobs that don't care about what they're doing, which should be all of the government. You can't, no. You can't find it. Not on this. You can find where we broadcast last from archives, but you can't get our ISP from our show here.
Yes, we are in a vehicle.
Twitter went offline for 2 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a lot for Twitter. I'll bet Donald was upset because he
couldn't tweet.
I am protected, dude. You can't find my ISP from this.
Actually, you know what probably happened?
What?
There's probably somebody in, underneath the president, in the Department of Defense or something.
Yeah.
That has a direct line to Twitter and is like, oh my goodness, Trump's going into a rage. Shut down Twitter.
I wouldn't doubt it. I bet Trump is fuming right now, and they just said, we're going to shut down Twitter. Yeah.
That was on purpose.
Now, Trump is completely retarded in so many ways and doesn't know what he's doing, but today he says that it's not free speech to write bad about something good. That's dangerous speech. Okay, so he says that dangerous speech is not free speech. Wow. Boy, is this guy out to lunch or what? Let's take a look. Thank you, Scissor Fight.
Dangerous speech? What?
Trump says it's not free speech to write bad about something good. That's dangerous speech. So he says it's not free if you say anything bad. That free speech doesn't cover bad things.
No, that, if you say, that's bad. That's rad.
Yeah, if you reversed it and said, yeah, bad is good, Trump. If Trump was hep, he would realize that bad is good in a lot of people's minds.
I'm bad.
I'm bad. I'm nationwide. I'm bad. President Donald Trump had a lot to say at the White House Social Media Summit on Thursday, including offering his take on what does and does not constitute free speech. While the social media influencers in the room do, he said. The mainstream media does not. Also, writing something bad about something good didn't make the cut, he says. Wow, is he mentally unable to function? I mean, he's seemingly has the brain of a 4-year-old. The man leading our country has the mind of a 4-year-old. Oh, that's good. You finished it. Good.
I guess.
No, I'm not going to do a commercial. Why do they keep doing commercials? Here's our chat. That's kind of cool. Dave isn't the devil. Okay, let me close down the audio. Okay. We're going to ban you too. There you go.
Okay, I'm going to go start taking off my layers.
Oh, really? Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. We've got Sarah has hot cocoa. I've got coffee, and we are toasting to a lovely last day in our safe house. Here's to the last day in this nightmarish experience living in the middle of mosquito land, USA. I cannot believe how bad the mosquitoes are. I think personally that this is a global climate change issue, and I'm going to blame it on chemtrails, unlike the Democrats who want to blame it on carbon from your muffler. Yeah, I'm going to blame it on chemtrails. I literally saw the engineering of the skies above us 2 days ago. We're getting a little cloudy right now. It's clouding up.
Yeah, I did see that too.
There was 2 days ago.
Crisscross.
Yeah.
Definitely vapor that came from airplanes.
Yeah. Let me help you with that. Poor Sarah. She's getting too warm in the car. Okay, it's the sweater time. It's Mr. Rogers' moment. Whoa. Look at that fine sweater.
I do like sweaters.
That's a nice sweater.
My sweater's kind of damp, so it needs to...
Those damn sweaters. Won't you be my neighbor?
Okay.
It's not my IP, no. That's my VPN. Willie, you're so smooth, man. You got my VPN IP. Wow. Now new victims are coming forward.
I think that's...
As Epstein asked to be released.
Willie, are you sure that's not your IP?
Yeah. So new victims are coming forward as, Epstein is asking to be released from jail, but everybody's saying, well, how come Acosta isn't resigning? And this guy has skated any real prosecution. He only got 12 months in a county jail, and it was like an outpatient facility where he could take his meds and his snacky poos. Let's take a look at the story from Scissor Fight. Thank you. Well, let's be clear. New victims come forward. Yeah. Another 15-year-old girl at the time was allegedly raped by him. How a teen runaway became one of Jeffrey Epstein's victims. Virginia Roberts was working at Mar-a-Lago when she was recruited to be a masseuse to Palm Beach. Now, Mar-a-Lago is owned by Trump, and he used to meet Epstein at Mar-a-Lago. So what's to say Trump didn't meet Virginia Roberts? But she was recruited to be a masseuse to Palm Beach hedge fund manager Jeffrey Epstein. She was lured into a life of depravity and sexual abuse. At least a dozen new victims have come forward to claim that they were sexually abused by Jeffrey Epstein, even as the multi-millionaire money manager tries to convince a federal judge to allow him to await a sex trafficking trial from the comfort of the same $77 million Manhattan mansion where he is accused of alluring teenage girls in unwanted sex acts. Following Epstein's arrest Saturday in Jersey, four women have reached out to the New York lawyer David Boies, and at least 10 other women have approached other lawyers who have represented dozens of Epstein's alleged victims in the past. Wow, so they're just coming out of the woodwork talking about how their lives were manipulated by this man, and he wants to go back to his beautiful penthouse suite as part of the deal tomorrow when he gets his sentencing, or excuse me, he gets his bail hearing. Thank you. We're at a movie right now watching a show called Your Chat Show. Dave's Chat Show. Yeah. How about that? you gave him a foot massage, but he paid you $1,000 for it. Chucklehead Charlie, this is the last place you want to come and lie in a room. Why don't you just start being honest here? You didn't pay $1,000 for a foot massage. The going rate is $52.95. I checked it out. Jeez, this guy got ripped off on a foot massage at one of those South Korean, foot massage places. Man, $1,000 for a foot massage. You got ripped off, buddy. Well, let's be clear.
One girl was recruiting the others. What? Yeah.
All right, let me start my salad now because I'm hungry now.
You want me to move the video closer to me?
No, I want to eat in camera. I never do that, and I think it'd be fun.
Okay. Yeah, you'll like it, I think.
Oh, looks good.
I liked it. It was good. Potato salad. All right. Is there what? I think it's free for a pause. It's close enough.
Okay. We have music too we can bring in at any time, like our stinger. We got free love too. Free love. Okay, I'm going to start eating, and Sarah you're done coughing, so
okay.
Go ahead.
I think I'm good. Sorry, I apologize. Okay, it took you 10 minutes to get in. I'm glad you're in the show. I'm glad you're enjoying the show. I'm glad we're here with you doing this time together. I've had a good summer so far. I'm realizing how much I love my life. I have the ideal employment situation. I'm really loving teaching so that I have summers off.
Mm-hmm.
That is a huge benefit. But of course, during the school year, I work really hard. I'm sure all teachers work really hard. That's what one of my teacher friends said is, people say, oh, those teachers, they get the summers off. Most people only get a couple weeks, but my friends, like, what they don't realize is, like, most teachers, they squeeze a whole year worth of work into 9 months. They just compress it all because they take their work home, they come in early and stay late, or one or the other, or take their homework home for the weekend. So it's
I didn't. It's cold, and Sarah just had
potato
hers.
salad, and I already ate all of my potato salad. I already ate my helping. I made David his helping, so he's eating it now, so that I can talk while he's eating, and he could talk while I'm eating.
Yeah.
I was eating, and that's good.
This is so good.
Yes, exactly. And then you have to prepare for projects and have outings, field trips, homework, newsletters. Exactly. I do a lot, and especially I took on a lot with extra the last couple of years with these garden projects and composting, school composting.
Yeah.
But it's been really really fun. I really enjoy it. But so I love my job, and this summer I've decided that I really love. And I love where I live too. And I'm glad that we went on a trip this summer because it makes me appreciate where I live even more.
No insects.
It's
No insects.
Yeah, no insects. I learned that I'm really, really allergic to mosquitoes and I'm not an insect fan. It's funny because I like worms.
Yeah.
And I don't mind. I do not like the fruit flies that come into my worm bin sometimes. I'm not an insect fan at all.
What's your opinion of the plastic pollution? We're against plastic pollution.
Oh, I'm totally against plastic pollution. Some of the things that I would like to see, and I've been thinking about this, is like writing to different companies and giving them advice about plastic pollution and ideas on things that they could do. And so because I'm one of these people that I don't want to just complain without a solution to the problem. And so one of the
reusable. We've been using this for like 10 years now.
Yeah, it's a microwave dish, and so we actually reuse it. And I picked up a plastic plate accidentally, and I've been reusing this plastic plate that most people would just throw out.
Yeah, we reuse it all the time.
But yeah, one of the I need to raise maxed out credit says I need to raise mosquito eating worms. That would be great. Yeah, something to get rid of the mosquitoes. I guess birds will eat mosquitoes.
You got to have pickles and mayo to make potato salad. That's a requirement.
Yeah, and think of all the turtles that have been saved from banning straws. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. All right. Anyway, so one of the ideas for reducing plastic pollution is to, the worst part is the packaging of things that come in like little packages, and you open the package and like after you buy the item, it's not even the item that's plastic. That I don't have a problem with, like, plastic computers and whatnot. But the problem is like the packaging that's plastic, because most of that packaging is good for only 15 minutes after you purchase it, because you don't need the packaging.
We see at hotels, we see these cups in plastic.
One of the
cups.
things with just packaging in general, though, is if people put their product in boxes, cardboard boxes, and then put on a picture of the item on the cardboard box.
Oh, yeah.
Because one of the reasons that people put so many items in clear packaging is they think, oh, well, people want to see the product before they buy it, so they need to see the product, so it needs to be in something clear and obvious.
Assuming it's not rotten in the cardboard box,
Yeah, but what I was specifically thinking about when I was saying that is there's a shower head that I bought, and it's still sitting in the plastic packaging at our house.
I know.
It's
a great shower head.
And that way, the plastic packaging is longer. But once we actually use it, it will only last once you.
You're
but
right,
anyway,
you're right. Shower,
but that particular package, it's like this shower head, and it's like wrapped in this like shrink wrap plastic.
Yeah, it's like really tight.
And then this other thing I was thinking, someone came in the room when I was talking about this topic one day, and they're like, but Sarah, do you realize how much shrink wrap they put on like pallets? Like they're like the shrink wrap alone makes all of the forks and silverware and everything like look like nothing, because they use this they create this huge pallet and shrink wrap everything. And I used to work at a plastic, it made plastic product, and they shrink wrapped it. But anyway, they're so right. And with that, we could actually create like netting, reusable netting for the pallets. Yeah. And then you could, wrap it and then bungee cord it. Kind of like almost like a jacket, or, they have that strapping material that they use for truckers. I'm really glad, speaking of that and trucking, I'm really glad that truckers have gone to this like lightweight trucking material that saves
oh yeah, so that goes
energy
to the ground really fast.
Yeah. Okay.
I do sight gags for people whenever I do this show.
Yes, David's full of good gags.
Well, the trucks now, the lightweight ones, have these canvas sides, or they're
instead of
heavy plastic,
or
reinforced plastic canvas, whatever. And it really saves on the energy. The energy factor is huge. They save 25 to 33% on their fuel, because they don't have to carry the big metal boxes around. That was incredible. I think that was the best potato salad I've ever had.
Really?
Yeah, we made it together last night.
Yeah.
It was fun. We were mixing it together in the bowl, and we had fun doing it. It's great. Today I worked all day long putting the finishing touches on you've got to ask to post links here, Women Power. Yeah. Yeah, I finished the safe house today. It was great. We did a lot of little work. Mostly, I made good use of a technology called Liquid Nail. And Liquid Nail makes a product called cement mortar glue. And it sets up really tough, and it's super strong, yet it's water soluble. So this technology was able to be applied to areas of this old cabin I've got. And it brought the cornices up because they were falling apart. We were, and you can use this stuff like you would art piece. If you have a problem with a certain area, you don't want to replace the lumber, just use this stuff. It's mortar cement glue. And they make it, Liquid Nail makes it. It's really good. Gorilla Glue will not build up the side of the building, but this stuff will. And you can piece wood into it and kind of configure it, sculpt it. I cut my finger a little bit, so I've got a little Band-Aid here on my finger. But it has been one nonstop workation for me, and we're just going to hit the road again and go to another place and have fun. Yeah, this is the end of the road for the safe house. We'll be going back to
at
it.
least this safe house. We've got to go check on
the other one, yeah. But this safe house is secure, so if we're ever in a certain part of the country, we can go to it and avoid the paparazzi. So that's good. David, my name is David, not Dara.
Sarah.
I kind of look like an FBI agent too. I feel offended that you say Sarah looks like an. Are you just calling us Dara because you
it's
can't? It's
David and Sarah,
it's
right?
It's Dara. David and Sarah. Well, we are here. Logan County man allegedly driving stolen vehicle filled with uranium, a rattlesnake, and a Kentucky Deluxe. Let's take a look at this guy. Oh my goodness. It gets better and better. You know, thanks to Donald Trump stopping the tweeting today for 2 hours because he said something outlandish. They shut Twitter down. I like that answer that you came up with, by the way. It does make sense they'd shut it down just because Donald kept tweeting. Well, why are they shutting me, blocking my account? Sir, they're blocking all of the accounts because of your tweets. Oh, I don't understand. I have the right. It's called free speech. I can say it as long as it's not mean. Well, or maybe I can. Or maybe I can say it, but other people can't. Logan man allegedly driving stolen vehicle with a uranium rattlesnake. I got to see what he looks like. Well, let's be clear. Boy, they're making it so you can't even look at these pages anymore. No thanks. Okay, they blacked out the entire page. Oh, great article. Okay, and it doesn't exist down below either. Well, that's special. Well, news you can't even read. Coming up next. At least the story's good. Thanks, Scissorfight. Tom, you don't call the shots around here. This is my show. If I want to ban New York EMT, I will. Historic House Judiciary Subcommittee holds hearing on marijuana descheduling.
What fruit juice? Cancer causing or cancer curing?
Fruit juice. Historic House Judiciary Committee holds first ever hearing on federally descheduling. Well, this is a start. I want to legalize marijuana nationwide. Members of the House Judiciary Subcommittee on Crime, Terrorism, and Homeland Security heard testimony today challenging the federal government's failed policy of cannabis prohibition. Yay! This is good. Thanks, Hog Slammer. The hearing marked the first time in decades that members have explicitly entertained debate regarding the need to end the federal criminalization of cannabis and deschedule and remove the plant from the Controlled Substances Act of 1970. All right, well, that's good to know. Thank you very much. You got a little story there where he talks. Oh, Chairman Gerald Nadler. This is because he's given up on the impeachment hearings. The guy doesn't have anything to do. Now he's talking about pot after eating his lox and bagels and nearly collapsing in front of everybody. Jared Nadler talks about marijuana. Where is Jared? All these people are talking about it. Wow.
Impact on traffic safety resulting from legalization.
David Nathan.
There is a persistent misconception that cannabis is a gateway drug.
I'm jealous because you guys can hear that and I can't. I tuned out my audio on these clips. Yeah, I don't really want to hear some old stodgy House of Representatives talking about nothing. Did you cover this one? Soda, fruit juice, link cancer, major study, artificial drinks. Uh-oh. You know, they found a lot of links between pancreatic cancer and sugar drinks. Soda and fruit juice linked to cancer in major study of sugary drinks, but artificially sweetened beverages aren't. Oh, give me a break. But sugar is bad, I agree.
Oh.
But I don't believe the study. Oh, another ad. See, they keep hitting you with ads. That's what I want to know. What is a tumor? Consuming sugar drinks could raise the risk of developing cancer. There you go. Sugar is more deadly than even saccharin or NutraSweet. A study published in the BMJ found products like sugar-sweetened drinks and 100% fruit juices were linked to the disease. Wow. To understand the potential risks posed by drinking sugary and artificial sweetened drinks, French researchers looked at data at 101,000 adults who were taking part in the ongoing NutraNet Santé cohort study. The participants were healthy and an average age of 42 when they were recruited. They filled out a questionnaire on whether they ate 3,300 different items. Oh, that's ridiculous. Nobody answers those questionnaires properly. I mean, come on. They'll be like Donald Trump. Oh, I don't drink Diet Coke except all the time. All the time. I don't drink it though. It just goes in my mouth. I don't drink it. It's like Bill Clinton. I never inhaled marijuana. Yeah, sure, buddy. It went in your mouth and you inhaled, dude. Your new movie, Passan. Oh, Joe, good to see you're in. Joe Pesci, Celebrity Chatter, everybody. He's got a new movie coming out called Paisan, short for Paisano. You wine-drinking guy, you Italian. All you Italians love wine. I think that's great. It's good for you. You got to post links here that I can read. Hang on. Okay, it looks like a legitimate link about women, but I got to read it and check it out before. I've got to review it and send it through the censors before I can play it. We have a team of pastors and Bible humpers assessing all of our links tonight. Bible thumpers are in here and analyzing our links for proper purity. All I can say is I'm shocked about the sugar drinks, but you know, it doesn't surprise me. Sugar is more deadly than NutraSweet and aspartame. And aspartame and NutraSweet, they can't be good for you either. Are you eating sugar? Oh my gosh, you really finished that entire box of sugar. Wow. How many crackers did you have?
I don't know. Maybe like...
Who do you call a cracker? 65 milligrams of salt. You have about 6, would you say 10 cookies?
10.
Okay, your total sugar intake was 20 grams of sugar. That's equivalent to a half of a Pepsi. You just ate 20 grams of sugar, and we were talking about the dangers of sugar the whole time. That's got to be classic.
And I kept eating it.
And she just kept eating it like, oh, I love this sugar. And it's so dangerous. And then she just ate 20 grams.
20 grams?
65 milligrams of salt times 2. It's 130 milligrams of salt. Wasn't a lot of salt. But poor Sarah loves sugar. And, you know, to say sugar's bad for you is like, I don't want to hear that. Sugar is killing us all, Sarah.
I know.
Isn't that sad? I don't need a lot of sugar. I did have an addiction to ice cream, but I kicked it by not eating it. Boy, this keeping the windows closed is really working for us, finally.
Yeah.
It's cooler tonight, too.
Yeah.
Imagine what a gaping exploit that is. Okay. Final Dream, you're a little too weird for the show, so I'm going to ask you to straighten out your act before you can start posting psychotic things in the room. Thanks. And you keep posting this. And we don't appreciate that. Yeah, don't keep posting that. No applause for the viewers? No. 509, sugar is killing us all. And then somebody says, you realize David will actually believe your obvious fabrication, guess 509. He just said sugar is killing us all, and it's not a fabrication, it's true. What's wrong with you people?
He's talking about the former fabrication.
Oh.
The previous fabrication to that sugar is killing us all statement.
No, these people make a lot of money. These aren't fabrications. This guy makes money. He made 3,000 less tonight because I've got fewer shows running. There's 4 grams of sugar in 1 teaspoon. Whoa, so you just had like 3 teaspoons of sugar, 4 teaspoons of sugar. Wow, when you put it that way, that's scary. No. Yeah, they make 3,000 less income because I'm not doing a show regularly. You people don't realize that I am being censored and Mark is getting paid for it. What do we have to do to show you this? They make big bucks censoring me. And that's not cool, and I'm not afraid. I'm not in any way approving what they're doing. I'm absolutely appalled at this sick behavior. It shows me how evil our culture has become, that they'd want to censor an American from reaching out to more Americans to build a political party. It's crazy. No, this guy is real. 509 is telling you the truth. He's trying to tell you the truth. He makes big bucks. He makes big bucks. Period. Okay. Climate change. We were just talking about ticks and Lyme's disease the other day, but climate change is increasing the range and number of ticks. I knew that the tick numbers were up. Let's take a look at the ticker.
I'm sure the number of mosquitoes, too. My goodness.
It's not just mosquitoes that people should be on the lookout for this summer. Tick season is upon us, and a recent report by the Public Health Agency of Canada adds that climate change is increasing the population and spread of the bug. You know, I wish these places would talk about climate change and chemtrails in the same venue. Because if you don't talk about them spraying in the air constantly above us, how the hell are we ever going to get to the root reason why climate's changing? And of course, Donald Trump says, climate change is not happening. We've got a very good weather patterns, just like they did millions of years ago.
Other people think that's why why they're spraying is because of climate change and not the other way around.
Yeah, see, you're making that up. Guess 906. Yeah. Guess 509 is telling the truth. Guess 906 is lying. We have to determine who's telling the truth and who's lying on our technology show. Well, Trump has golf courses sprayed for ticks, but the bottom line is Trump could get a tick right up his you-know-what and be, suffering from facial paralysis, Bell's palsy. No, we're not outside our house. We're traveling around the country in our mobile travel center. And tonight we're finishing up our safe house rework. We renovated our safe house, and I did a pretty dang good job, I think, and so did you.
Thanks.
You did an incredible cleaning job on the inside. She had to stay away from the mosquitoes, and she worked like crazy to clean the inside. Now we don't have any mouse poop at all in our safe house.
Pretty much.
Pretty much all gone. Well, look, you're taking money. You like money, and you're doing this because you think, you need to make money. You're actually committing a felony, Class C felony, preventing me from having open and equal and unfettered access to any broadcast channel that anybody else has. And my First Amendment and my 14th Amendment has been altered. The one who's making the big bucks is Miss Scruffy, I know. She has a direct line to the... No, you're making that up, 906. Will you stop making up false stories? And because 509 is telling the truth at iBlog. You're just making this up.
Maybe... Never mind.
Okay. It's truth and reality. Welcome. Hey, do you think Alex Trebek will live to the end of his contract? I don't know. I hope he does.
Wait, what? Is that the one where you were saying he just wants to live to the end of his contract? Was that Alex Trebek or somebody else?
Connie never said that she's selling my house. That's absurd. No, Alex Trebek wants to live to the end of his contract. That's what he said. He said, I want to live to the end of my contract, and it expires at the end of this year. So I just think how sad that is, that people have to live to the end of their contract. It seems wrong that, it's like, dude, just live. I mean, enjoy life. Don't live to the end of your contract. Wow. $3 trillion federal spending sets record through June. Trump is spending money so fast, folks. Check this out. It's crazy how much money.
747
Yeah.
trillion.
Yeah, federal spending hits record deficit, hits 747 trillion.
Wait, no, billion.
Billion, sorry.
Billion.
So he's outspending even his earlier time. Trump is just throwing good money after bad, and your tax dollars will end up costing you lots. You make a modest stipend from Mark and per diem if I have to travel more than 10 miles to find a new Starbucks to log into. You're making all this stuff totally up. You know, I'm going to kick you out of the show at 9:09. 9:06 is a total.
Isn't it?
Well, it's humorous. It is entertaining. I'll leave him in just because he thinks he's funny, but he's making all that up. 509's telling the truth.
What about 921? Couldn't get into Von Light for 53 minutes. Came over to iVlog, got in right away.
Yeah, there you go. Let me show you something, a testimony from one of the people at iVlog, folks. Because I've been censored for the past 9 years now in various networks, people are having a hard time getting into the show, and this guy just said in chat, "Hi, Dave. I couldn't get into Vaughn Live for 53 minutes. Finally came here and got in right away." See, Mark makes a lot of money letting people in. Or not letting people in. Okay, Add the One has a link too. Let's go there. Click, click, click. New York Times. Let's take a look. Oh, the census, right. Trump says he's going to turn the census into an executive order where he's going to insist that somebody says whether they're a U.S. citizen or not. I'm sure that a lot of illegal aliens will just say, "Oh, yes, I'm a U.S. citizen, no problemo." What kind of an idiot do we have for a president, really, that he insists that everybody tell the truth when he's lying incessantly? Trump says he will seek citizenship information from existing federal records, not the census. Boy, he screwed up there and he screwed up again, and every time he screws up, he doesn't know what he's doing. Okay, I'm going to continue. Oh, I got to hook up to Facebook in order to read that article. Next. Thank you. Well, at least Trump knows that he's an idiot. Or does he? Because every time he does something and the judicial system stops him in his tracks, he's like, I'm going to pass an executive order. Now he knows he can't do anything. We've got a person who's been posting links from the UK, and I got to tell you, man, we don't take these links very seriously. So I'm going to mute you for a while. No, Leyland Palmer, he's violating First Amendment laws, equal protection laws, federal election laws. Mark is violating all those things, and he'll be definitely facing the music someday. It's just a question of time. How many of you will type what you want, and how many of you will type what you think is acceptable? Well, why don't you stop slandering the show, and you'll find out. Wow. They just don't like no for an answer, I guess.
I think the people over 40 will type whatever they want. The people under 40 are still trying to type what they think is acceptable.
Yeah. Well, assuming there's no social credit system in here. Can you imagine if this is a social credit system? Many of you would be sitting out by the dumpster wondering why you don't have a house because you said bad things in my room. I mean, in China, you don't even get on a plane unless you have good social credit score. You can't even leave Beijing unless your social credit score is good. Do you realize what's coming, right? I did not do air conditioning in our show right now. I had it yesterday because it was really hot, but we're good right now. Flashback. Amazon pays $0 in federal taxes on $11.2 billion in profits. Trump never did anything about Bezos. You know, well, I was the one that brought up the USPS rates being so low for Amazon. And Trump actually stole the idea and then dropped it like a lead balloon. Congress said, "Oh, you're kidding, right? We should always let Amazon have low rates because we have low rates." When Trump should have said, "No, we won't give Amazon $2 per package. Plus, they only paid $0 in federal taxes after $11.2 billion in profits." See how stupid this is? Wow.
Like Amazon have for years found ways to pay little to no taxes.
Listen
Amazon's
again.
tax bill for 2018 raises the question, how?
I don't know what happened to the audio.
A couple important things to note.
I don't know.
One, we don't know for sure how much Amazon is going to pay on its 2018 income taxes. You'll need the tax returns to actually know that, and all this information comes from the company's public SEC filings. It's also important to note that Amazon did pay state and international taxes, and whatever methods it's using.
I've heard enough. Yeah, in fact, it's an old story. Every year Amazon pays no taxes. Trump is such an idiot. He gave so many tax breaks to the rich. Of course, Jeff Bezos was in on it. Okay, big story tonight. Air Canada describes chaos after 37 injured in turbulence, 9 seriously. Yeah, so flying isn't exactly safe. And I asked the question earlier today in our pre-show, why don't they have parachutes on planes? You know, why no parachutes? I mean, nobody can come up with an answer. Oh, it would have to be really big. Okay, well, they make big textiles, and textiles can be stretched, and it's cheap to make polyester and nylon. I mean, okay, any other questions that have to be dispensed with immediately? Why don't they have parachutes on planes? That's my question.
Oh, thanks, maxed out credit.
Sound is better on Vaughn? Okay, Max, thank you. Yeah, that's really crazy that Amazon doesn't pay any taxes. I mean, how long has this been going on?
Probably a while.
You know, that's the best potato salad I think I've eaten in my life. Truly. I mean,
Oh, do you like the crunchy onions on top?
it was so good. That was like better than the lobster sandwiches and all that other stuff. We got crab meat too.
Yeah.
We're really living high in the hog out in the middle of nowhere. That's true, I know. We've got all kinds of canned food that we picked up. It's incredible.
Cans are great.
I bought 3 cans of crab meat for $1.99 a can. Except you paid for it.
Yeah. I like how you said I bought. Yeah, I paid for it.
Hey, Max Out Credit said, David, did I ever tell you I've been losing weight making your recipes? Yay, and saving money. Excellent, Max. Good job. You know, my recipes are solid. 75 to 80 recipes now at youtube.com/David John Sponheim. Yeah. And you can also watch some of our earliest shows on the road when we just started out about a week and a half ago. I uploaded 2 last night, and I'm not uploading on our main channel. They're going to David John Sponheim's account. So if you guys haven't followed me over there, I'm testing to see if I'm being censored over there too.
Small sports planes have parachutes on them.
Yeah, but there's only a couple in the world that have parachutes. Oh, I misspelled it. Hang on. There's a V in there. There we go. Good job, Dave. I was doing an impersonation of Mr. Rogers today. I think I nailed it just for a few seconds, and then you said that sounded just like him.
I did, yeah.
Mr. Rogers online would be great, you know. What would Mr. Rogers have said about hackers? Well, hi, boys and girls. Welcome to the show. Would you like to know about hacking and how any electronic instrument can be hacked?
Have you ever thought about the people on the computer and their lives and what they're doing?
Yeah. How would they feel if you were online and you were talking to someone and they weren't telling you the truth? You'd probably wonder, were they a freak or a pedophile or something? And most of us would wonder, are we safe on the internet? And I don't think we are.
I think we're pretty safe.
It's best to not talk to anyone on the internet except through chat in our chat room, which is safe. We have a
But
chat
as long
safe.
as you don't meet them in real life, then you're safe.
Don't meet them in real life,
And
yeah.
don't reveal your personal data information.
My potency is
I
to be
do
admired.
feel accomplished, yes. I was able to drag David away from my beloved island for a little while,
Yeah.
get him to see the rest of the country.
Every time I travel, I love, thank you. Every time I travel, I love my home more and more. And I especially like those F-35s that fly within 500 feet of my house.
I do. It's the sound of freedom.
It's the
No, I'm
sound
just
of my
kidding.
ears, my eardrums breaking, and my kidneys fracturing, and my liver being damaged. And
Our cat is actually good.
Kat's amazing traveler. She's approaching 40,000 miles by the end of our trip. She'll have traveled around 40,000 miles, more than around the entire planet, assuming you believe in the whole Earth as opposed to the flat Earth. If it's a flat Earth, then it's only about 12,500 miles across the surface.
Yeah, we took our cat with us traveling.
Of course we take her. Are you kidding me?
But she's
I
not
love
in
my
a
cat.
vehicle right now.
No. She's at my safe house. And I call it my safe house because Sarah will never come back. And I don't blame her.
Nope.
She's staying away from mosquitoes.
Not
so.
this one anyway.
Well, this house was, really a nice acquisition in Bemidji. I mean, I did not say that. Bemidji is a nice place, but
Where's...
yeah,
That's
where
where
is
we are?
Bemidji? I know. That's a good clue. Where are we? Is that Bemidji? Using one's brain. Oh, live leak. What do you got? You're leaking all over the place with your brain. Knowledge of the scale. Let's take a look.
What is he doing?
He's using his brain. Yeah.
Oh, he has both things are sitting on the scale.
And he's adding from one to the other and thinking it's changing the weight.
And it's not changing the weight at all.
That's hilarious. Good job, Live Leak. Okay, so avoid soda and fruit juice, folks, now that it's
Just
been linked in a major
really
study.
Avoid sugar. Sugar is not good for you.
Sugar is bad as NutraSweet and aspartame.
But I still love it. It's
I
not
know.
good for me.
I'm looking for a white safe house in Washington, D.C. I agree, Leyland Palmer. Thank you. Be great to have the White House as a safe house, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I don't like sucralose. The only thing I like really is stevia. Sucralose is aspartame, and it's the same. It's got the same studies connecting it to GMOs. Excuse me, to cancer in rats.
But obviously now sugar is connected.
Well, if you believe people answering questionnaires, those studies are always suspicious because people never tell the truth in questionnaires. Sucralose is not aspartame. No, you're right. It's three chemicals away, but it's still artificial. Thank you. Thank you, Dave. You're right. God, this guy. It's not aspartame. No, they changed the chemical makeup by 3 elements. Stevia is all natural, and monk fruit. They actually sell. They give away stevia and monk fruit at Starbucks. They're little green packages. I think you need to take a nap.
I agree with you.
Did you bring your headset? No, we didn't bring our headset. So
No, but I did bring my jacket. I can make it into a pillow if I want.
I'm wearing blue jeans today because these are my work
I
pants.
can make it. Wait, we have another hour to go. Huh?
I know. Maybe your hot cocoa hasn't kicked in yet. Did you have any of it?
Yeah.
It's that potato bliss that you're getting. It's like that. I just had the best potato salad in the world feeling. It's like, I think I'm going to sleep now.
I know. Exactly.
My lighting is better because we actually used our backup light on our backup battery system. Now, as our battery gets to about 17%, then I kick in and I plug it right into our backup lithium-ion battery, which has the light on it, which still powers up the computer, so we can make it the full 2 hours this way.
Yeah, I do drink hot cocoa in the summer.
No, I don't want to click in your links anymore. I'm going to mute you. Stop posting links. This guy is posting too many links. My concern right now is, for one, Trump is lingering in the acting like he's running for president mode yet again. It's exactly what Trump or what Obama did during his first term.
They start campaigning for their second term.
Campaigning for their second term. That's pretty good when I put my leg there and it bounces off my jacket here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, the whole story about the citizenship issue is Donald Trump's concoction. You know, the census just requires us to take a head count of people. It doesn't require us to know how many are illegals and how many are not. And he clearly is violating the law in trying to make that his chance to just solve the illegal alien problem by stopping the border flow, Donald. Build the fence. My goodness, you've been talking about it for 3 years when you stole my idea 5 years ago. What the hell? Just build a fence, dude. Oh, Chef Ramsay explores Morocco on a culinary journey. I can only imagine how that's going to sound. My God, man, why are you all eating off the floor? Clean up your act.
Oh, he's been humbled by these people's incredible hospitality.
Yeah, well, coming from a guy who uses the F word all the time, that can't be very nice. I've been humbled.
Somebody's humbling him.
There he is. Boy, you know, he looks like he's 65 years old. And what is he, like 46?
He does look like he's really aged.
Gosh, the stress level of this man is incredible. Doesn't he realize that everyone thinks he's an ass? I mean, that's not exactly a nice quality in a person. He's like a big ass. Not really a big ass, a jackass. David, did he save this before his legs? No. Gripping Hurricane Barry is mowing down New Orleans right now. If you haven't followed the track the hurricane, it's coming. Yeah, they're buckling down in Louisiana. Latest update, storm track evacuation orders issued in Louisiana. And it's the people that are caught in their homes that end up dying in these quakes.
Or storms.
I lost my cabana. I lost my back porch. I lost part of my roof. I lost the front porch.
Well, people are definitely dying as a result of these terrible hurricanes. Sarah corrected me. I said quakes. I mean, that's how little it affects me. It's just CGI, right? It's a false flag hurricane. Conspiracy theory on weather is getting a little over dramatized here. Okay, I think I'll just kick back in my retirement
I
mode.
know. Are you feeling tired too? It's probably
It's my potato salad.
It's the nice
Bliss.
weather too.
I know, it's good weather.
It's like the nice temperature.
This green does not seem to bleed through. It's a Kelly green or something.
Yeah, it's not the green screen green.
Yeah. Merkel is shaking. She's got some sort of palsy. Maybe she's got Bell's palsy from having a tick. Who knows? Let's take a look at her shaking again. Yeah, she's definitely got the little shaking like Parkinson's kicking in or something. I don't know. Yeah, she's probably the daughter of Adolf Hitler, based on how she looks. She sure looks like Adolf Hitler. Yeah, well, how else would she retain her power unless she was one of Adolf Hitler's primary choices for that country? So the shaking continues. It's not something that's going away anytime soon, and she can't just talk about it and say, "Oh, I was shaking. It was terrible. It was this flu." No, it's happening all the time now. Apparently, as a puppet, her strings are loose, and she needs to have her strings tightened just so she doesn't shake when being held out in public. Puppets demand tight strings. Yeah, hey, there you go. There's my jacket here. Yeah.
Okay.
You putting some salve on your...
Yeah, I'm putting
First
some
aid, yeah.
anti-itch cream on my...
You know, I woke up at 7 and started working at 8, and I can feel the drag on your body after working. I mean, I was up in the eaves and doing painting at 13 feet high. And no, we don't do Larry Sinclair. I trained you not to, but I will promise you Larry Sinclair on our next broadcast if we have a decent Wi-Fi signal at our hotel. Yeah, once I get a decent Wi-Fi signal at a hotel, I'm good to go.
Yeah, possibly.
That's weird.
What, the shadow?
Yeah.
That's just like right here.
Oh yeah, it's all good. We can
There's
have
a
like
little mouse.
we have footsie warts here with our hands.
A little tree grew.
So to be honest, this is not a wig. This is my real hair. And I want to remind everybody, don't go to the Woodstock 3 concert. We tried to get in there and they canceled it. So
I'm giving myself.
we were a little disappointed because they didn't have it this year. I understand
50th
that
anniversary, right?
Burning Man is going to do some spot checks on drugs. Can you imagine?
You did say that.
Yeah, they're going to spot check drug activity at Burning
We've never been
Man.
to Burning Man. I don't think we're going to go.
I'd rather go to Cooling Man, where everyone's in like a cool environment. And Burning Man just sounds so hot, I would rather go to Atomic Man. Wouldn't that be cool to have like a concert event 30 miles away from a nuclear reactor or something? Oh yeah, Doobie Brothers and Santana are playing in Bethel Woods in New York, but who really wants to see the Doobie Brothers or Santana?
Oh, I heard is going to be playing their last
Bob
one.
Seger.
Is it Bob Seger?
Bob Seger is putting
it's
on
not.
4 of his. Yes, Bob Seger has a end of his entire tour. End of tour, his final concert. He put out one. I think it's Baltimore. I'm not sure, but where is it? I don't know. Detroit. Bob Seger, and he has 4 days he had to expand out to because he just kept booking them, every single one. Bob Seger, yeah, I looked it up.
Oh, we should look that up. My dad loves Bob Seger.
Well, you really have a bannable offense going on there. Trump wants to know if you're a citizen of the United States. Yeah, I don't think it really matters at this point. People still have the same needs once they're in here.
Because the Supreme Court basically said, no.
Yeah, basically Trump doesn't know what he's doing, and the Supreme Court has to tell him what he's doing.
Yeah.
Lukewarm man. There you go. There you go. Lukewarm man. I'm going to do a search for Bob Seger, and let's see what pops up. Bob Seger's final tour. Tickets on sale for all dates. Yep, that's it.
Wow.
He's going to be doing his final goodbye tour. Goodbye to Bob Seger, folks. He's got 4 tour dates set up. He's sold out of 3. Yep. Hollywood Nights Bob Seger Experience, Saturday, 20th July. In Sebbyville, USA, Rapid City, South Dakota, Fargo Dome, and Brick Breedine Fieldhouse, Bozeman.
And Spokane.
He's opened up quite a few. Spokane, oh yeah, that's in September. I heard he was going to stop in July, but now he's expanding out to September.
Spokane?
He's not ending his tour. He's just kicking it in.
Oh, he's coming to Tacoma. Look.
Hey, that'll be cool.
He'll go down. He's coming to Tacoma.
Well, let's do that. Yeah. See, he said he was ending his career. It was his final tour, and now it's expanding out to like more than 4 dates. He's like 12 dates now. That's amazing. He had an amazing run, must say. Yeah. So he's not going to stop. It's the final tour that'll never end.
The final tour that'll never end.
The Bob Seger, because remember when... Tom Petty just died after 59 last tours. He did 59 shows, and he died. And you know that Tom Petty had a broken hip or pelvis the whole time. Are you ready for the air conditioning?
Whatever you want to do.
A little stuffiness, or just to start it up? Change the
to
dimension.
wake us up.
Yeah.
Probably.
Twitter offline, Sponheim online. There you go. Okay, I'm going to go start up the engine and...
There. That's good.
You want another hot cocoa?
Oh, I have to use the restroom if I do.
Okay, well, we're good. I think I'm going to just keep my existing.
I already will have to use the restroom, but I can wait.
Okay.
Hour.
Well, if you want, you can use it now, and I can start the engine up, or we can do it later. Let's do it later, unless you really want to go now.
Oh, I'm good.
Okay. All right. I'm going to see if I can send in the mosquitoes. Send in the mosquitoes.
But I just have to get you one of those
Lights on, lights off.
distant start things.
Yeah. The
Push
clapper.
button start, or you push button from remote start.
Yeah, but then they can control your car, and any car made after 2007 has the ability to be hacked into. So we purchased a vehicle that was made prior to 2007.
Here, you can put that up there.
Okay. I just wanted to exit stage right. Thank you.
Okay.
Exit stage right.
Okay, so
A little air conditioning time.
okay. I have heard that one maxed out credit. David's dad used to say that. Exactly. All right.
That's
Man.
a challenge.
Yeah.
That's a real
You
challenge.
can move that bag.
No, that's good. I'm wondering, I'm going to run this off AC.
Okay. All right. Good to hear you're safe. Well. Okay, I'm gonna have to put my socks back on. It was crazy, David. So one thing on our trip, I didn't bring in. I had forgotten to pack some socks, so I just had like the one pair of socks. I packed everything else, but for some reason I just didn't pack socks. But Dave was like, well, there are gonna be mosquitoes where we're going, and so let's get you some thick socks. And they are really nice thick socks, and the mosquitoes like bit right through the socks. And they're thicker than the socks I have at home, so I might even have more mosquito bites if I had brought those socks. But I was just so surprised. Anyway. All right. Oh, haha, Tom. You say that about everything, right? Okay, anyway, yes, I'm great. Wait, why are you showing a YouTube link? I know. Oh, oil of Olay is effective. I heard that some Avon product. Is it by Avon? Oil product by Avon. This is the real Sarah. Reality Sarah. I'm not in Florida, Darlene, where you are. And I'm not in Louisiana, so you don't have to worry about that. Oh, I have heard about the global plan to kill all mosquitoes worldwide. Well, anyway, all right, David's not here, so I can say this, that Bill and Melinda Gates, they invested, my sister, I was telling her about my mosquitoes, and Bill and Melinda Gates, they invested in a research project to get rid of mosquitoes, and they have this product called Spartan something. Anyway, so it's a way to get rid of mosquitoes. Oil of Olay cleans the oil from your car on your driveway? What? That's so bizarre. I am in my vehicle. That's where I am. Killing them will result in a massive decrease in the transfer of genetic information. How? Alright. Zika virus mosquito plan let dengue fever males in Florida, 2 million of them. Yeah. I don't know about mosquito lives mattering. And the problem is, Like, you claim something about censoring David, but you're over at iVlog, so that doesn't even make sense. David thinks it makes total sense, but hello, Harry. Okay, I know everything has a place. I guess they have to feed the birds. My DNA is tainted with insect DNA? What? Because the mosquitoes bit me? Tell you ghost stories. I know my face looks like I would tell you ghost stories. I remember the ones my sister told me. Once upon a time, on a dark and scary night, an Indian asked a chief to tell him a story, and he said, once upon a time, on a dark and scary night. And then it just goes on. A princess asked the queen to tell her a story. All right. There are... Yes. Yeah, you could feed the birds birdseed, so we don't have to feed the birds the mosquitoes. Maybe I should. All right, anyway. Oh, sorry.
Wow, you had a picture of the background and nothing else. Wow. Okay, everybody, welcome to America's Third Party. Yeah, this is a live broadcast from the Mobile Travel Center. I'm David Sponheim. Sound's back on. We had to mute it because there was a little interchange between Sarah and I about the bathroom, so she's going to use it now. Yeah, we're not going to take your links anymore. Anybody who comes in here posting like this recklessly is ridiculous. Yeah, I think your dreams are a little off base there, Max. Weren't you hit the head recently with a softball? I mean, that alone will change your dream pattern. Yeah, well, you're teaching yourself how to watch the show without touching yourself. Some of you are challenged by this constant need to touch yourself. And I understand it's a bad thing, but yeah, it's been a terrible year for you, Max. Okay. I just think it's time to start trimming back on the amount of time you spend with yourself. Yeah, there are other people out there besides you and your hand. So, me and my hand. I knew that was going to come. Wrong IP, man. That's their VPN. You don't have to touch yourself. So some of you don't have to worry about that because you have erectile dysfunction. Oh, I know you got an echogram on your prostate and liver. Good luck. Luckily for you, echograms don't usually show a lot. Unless it's really bad, it's not going to be a problem. Unless you're really bad. Okay. But if they say, oh, there's a mass, then they'll take you to a higher level, MRI or whatever. Yeah, I don't know a lot about medicine, but what I do know is it's extremely costly. And you've gone through, what, $750,000 of your assets trying to fight to stay alive? Jeez. It's amazing. Max Out Credit has been battling numerous situations where he died. 18 minutes he was dead. $512,000 he spent on his health care. Wow. You're amazing. Ricola, Ricola. I believe in a thing called self-medication, where you medicate yourself. Yeah. Krusty's like, yeah, dude. Self-medication, CBD, hog slammer. Yeah, totally. And I've been self-medicating for years, and I find it a lot more effective than going to the doctor. They are helping. What I recommend is not going to the doctor and not finding out all the bad things that are happening to you. The former Queen of England, Queen Victoria, the Queen Mother herself, actually said that she's forgotten more diseases in order to live longer. She ignores them. She ignored her diseases, and she lived to be 99 years old. They found blood in your urine. Okay. Maybe it was something you ate. Now that's serious. You need to check that out. Anytime you have blood in your urine, it's an immediate check for bladder cancer, kidney problems. That's a guaranteed go to the doctor kind of thing. Okay, good. Well, whatever it is, it's not good, unless of course, you're maybe you're going through a rough patch. Mark makes a lot of money sending trolls to me. Mark has been hauling in financially millions of dollars while I got nothing over these years. Do you think that's going to actually equate to a lawsuit or even worse for Mark? The answer is yes. So I think she looked at the plan. Okay, Sarah and I are going to switch seats. I'm going to take the right side. I'll be right back. You didn't see anything? So you kept your money?
Yeah.
Good. That's what I felt. It's like, it's better to go without than to have to spend recklessly on unnecessary things. Here's the empty seat show. That's a tough one.
Okay. Everything counts in small amounts. Okay. Oh, it's really hard as that right there. Okay. Anyway. Oh, yeah. I think so. Okay.
I turned the air up because I want to actually feel it.
I know. We turn the air toward you.
Well,
so
no, that what I do is I cool the vehicle down. What do you do? I cool the vehicle down and that keeps them away.
I know.
Wow. Okay, just turn the vents away so they can
I know I'm pushing it to you.
Okay.
So,
They're all on me now.
because I don't want the cold air on.
Okay, this is great. I feel like I'm in an ice box.
And I'm like ready to
Living in cars. This is not that bad, really. I mean, we're one of the few car casts out there. When you look at the overwhelming size of the internet, we're one of the only car casts that are really doing a lot of good work.
But Sponheim is online. I can hear you. Oh goodness.
You can't believe the police haven't raided my car yet. We have a very low. Everything around us is tinted. Nobody can see inside this mobile travel center. It pays to have a nice mobile travel center whenever you go. Are you two getting a... What does that mean, Krusty? No. That's just not appropriate dialogue. We have a political chat show. We're not here to talk about your sex problems. Yeah, this is politics, man. Keep your head out of the gutter, for crying out loud. Okay, tell me when it's too cold, then I'll turn the engine off. I told you, I'm not cheap. I took her to my safe house, and I spent most of my time working on my safe house. Okay? Jeez.
Yeah. It's all good. Sorry. Is it too bright for you?
I kind of like it when it's dithered a little bit.
Oh, okay. I can dither it for you.
Thank you.
There, that's good,
That's
right?
better, yeah.
Yeah, it's dithered. It's
My finger,
dithered.
I got a cut on my finger today. Yeah, it was not fun. Yeah, I can play that. I cut my finger while dumping the porta potty. Welcome to Mr. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Mr. Right. Yes, I can sing.
You're my Mr. Right, my Mr. Right, too good to be true. You spin my world around, 'cause you're the peace I finally found. You sweep me off my feet, my heart stops to beat, 'cause you make me melt away. My Mr. Right, too good to be true. My world around, 'cause you're the peace I finally found. You sweep me off my feet, my heart stops to beat, 'cause you make me melt away. You're my Mr. Right, my Mr. Right, too good to be true. You spin my world around, 'cause you're the peace I finally found. You sweep me off my feet, my heart stops to beat, 'cause you make me melt away. My Mr. Right, too good to be true.
All right, thank you for coming
Yay.
in. Welcome. We are in this.
You're the right guy for me, David.
Thank you, Sarah. I take you to all the cool places, like out here in the Pacific Ocean. It's beautiful here.
Yeah. Whoa.
We just
it
traveled,
suddenly got bright.
Yeah. We traveled miles and miles. I'm going to turn the engine off. Hang on just a second while I kiss the
Okay.
sky.
All right. Enjoy.
Okay.
Thank you. Exactly. Yes. I do like that one. So the whole site is down, eh? That's kind of funny.
Oopsie. Sorry.
Oh,
Oopsie. Oh, here they come.
oh goodness.
I'm closing it as fast as I can. Locking doors. Thank you.
I didn't get
Wow. I see one. That's the problem with running the air conditioning. You have to actually open the doors, which violates the mosquito lock.
it. Yeah.
Somebody told me about the zapper that they sell at Harbor Freight, and I'm thinking of getting it for us. But we'll be out of this mosquito-ridden hellhole soon. No need to worry.
I thought about going to the hotel and getting a beach, or going to the beach and getting a hotel near there, but I decided not to. But I have thought about it.
Did our disposable battery lights finally die yet?
Well, they're still.
You know, they sell these things for $258 at Walmart, and I mean, they're disposable. I don't know why they don't have a battery pack replacement. I mean, what is going on here? We don't want to put these little plastic things in the landfill the rest of our life. No, Twitter's down for me too. Can you hear me? No. I don't know what you're posting here, dude, but it sounds like it may be interesting to you, but it's not interesting to me. Okay, David, did you see they have a tropical storm in the Gulf Coast? It's supposed to make landfall by Saturday. Yeah, I heard. New Orleans is under threat. It's bad. Yeah, I personally think if you got family there, I know you're in Louisiana, aren't you?
Yeah. I have you been ordered to evacuate, or are you evacuating?
I know the Olmec and the Toltec tribes. I read quite a bit about it.
Okay.
They lived approximately 7 to 10,000 BC here in South America.
Oh, it's up there.
Okay. We've got the mosquito light cam here. It'll detect any mosquito within 15 minutes. Got it. Down. One down.
I think that was the only one.
Last night I had like 11 hits.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it was awesome. Well, out here in the middle of the South
I think
Pacific,
the whole
it's a
idea
lot of
of leaving
mosquitoes,
the
and especially when you're in your
windows
van.
open is good.
I'm a little concerned that, bless you, blesseth you.
Oh man, sorry.
You know, a lot of people have concerns about New Orleans. Sunstar lives there, so she's going to have to deal with this. Wow, we are praying for Louisiana. And you know, last time Katrina hit, 2,000 people died floating around in their house? Well, we're going to get checked for malaria. It's okay. We're good. We're trying our best. Yeah, my thing is a 2-hour broadcast from a mobile location to talk about the news, and Donald Trump ironically cut back on his news making ability when he realized that he had it all in the bag.
Well, he's not able to tweet, so they're not doing any news on him because they don't know what he's saying since he's not able to tweet.
Well, they got a speculation tax generating $115 million to help fund housing affordability in Canada. I don't think we need to have Canadian news here. I don't know. Severe turbulence in the jet. There's nothing in the news anymore. It's
Here,
all
I'm going to bring some news up for you.
the superhumans. Oh, you're not going to bring the Drudge Report, are you?
Why? Well, no, I'm going to.
She always goes to the Drudge
I
Report.
do.
Whenever she has news to show me.
Well, that's what I was going to do.
You're
But
no, you go to Drudge Report. It's okay. Anything's better than nothing. Allsides.com. Balanced News Media. Minus the bias.
Yeah. That's what I was
Well, let's be
thinking.
clear. Let's be completely obfuscating.
Let's
Let's completely discuss something unrelated to what we're talking about.
Thing about all sides is they don't seem to renew their news.
There's nothing there. Just don't bother. No, Dr. Meow did not request rave music. I think Trump is reaching the end of his tweeting rope, so to speak.
He signed an executive order yesterday aimed at transforming kidney care.
Oh, did he? That's nice. Trump hosted a meeting about the social media community, and Twitter and Reddit both go dark immediately.
Oh, Reddit's down too? Wow.
No, Joe Rogan is a complete shill. I wouldn't take a broadcast with him or Alex Jones. They're both shills for the Zionist elites, the New World Order. Yeah, I'm a real honest person, and I'm not going to be tainted by such evil corruption. Sacred Cow Productions. I mean, we all know what happens when you worship the golden cow, right? Yeah. No, I'm a purist. Those people are tainted, corrupt, dark, evil. Yeah, I'm a purist. I would never want to be on their show. Thank you. They're designed to distract us and make us all hate each other. They're not uniters, they're dividers. The list goes on. Yeah, this census question that Trump created is absurd. I mean, why would we want to take a census of a person's citizenship when the U.S. Constitution requires us to do a head count? Can I talk about an idea I've had for some time?
Of course.
It's a technology called thermoscan population control, in which their drones could fly over our houses and do a thermal scan of our homes and have a census within seconds. We even have this ability by satellite. In fact, we could probably take a census of the entire United States by measuring how many bodies in every house in America and running it through a master computer, reducing it down through an algorithm to determine the amount of people in every home based on the averages. There are 17 Cambodians living in a small apartment in Monrovia. Okay, Saffron News, you got some stories? Don't click the Can You Hear Me guy. He's this British guy, formerly Politics for Dummies. He keeps coming in here.
Washington State has sued the Navy over expanded operations on Whidbey Island.
Good.
What?
Well, this is the first we've heard about the
That's
final
cool.
backdraft. You know, the Democrats on Whidbey Island, where we live, they're very concerned about the flyovers, as we are. Now the state, the liberal state, is finally doing something about the number of growlers that are flying over our house. Well, this is a good thing. That's the best news I've heard, because we've had like 30 flyovers every single day for the past 7 years since Patty Murray rigged the bid on the order from Boeing. It's crazy all the backhanded deals that got this thing going.
Oh, let me mute this or pause it.
It's not on audio anyways.
Oh, close it.
Yep. Okay. So Washington State sued the Navy on Tuesday over its expansion of jet operations on an island north of Seattle. You know, we've got about 50,000 people on this island, and we're all in jeopardy of seeing a crash happen. The low-flying jets conduct electronic warfare to jam enemy communications and launch systems, and under the expansion plans, crews would perform around 100,000 takeoffs and landings a year. No wonder seriously, I've had like 30 or 40 a day. Now I'm beginning to realize how many they really want. Thank you. I'm glad that Washington State's doing something about this. It could have serious effects on nearby residents. Health departments concerned. Children's learning and causing sleep disturbances, cognitive impairment, and cardiovascular disease. Yeah. It disrupts the feeding and breeding of eagles and marbled murrelets and other seabirds. Unregulated, unrestrained noise pollution from increased military training operations presents a clear threat to the health and solitude of our state's fragile ecosystems. Yeah, my ex-attorney was spearheaded a plan to sue them, to sue the Navy, and he had like $50,000 in donations from a bunch of rich Democrats in our area, my former attorney. And he actually failed. A federal appeals court judge actually completely ruled it completely inadmissible, the suit. And this guy, my former attorney, had all these documents saying it causes, the epidemiological effects are so severe, the fractured livers, pre-stroke conditions, reduced hearing capacity, yet they continue to do it. So I'm glad that the state of Washington is finally doing it. Thank you. I rarely ever say that about them either. Mm-hmm. You know, that's a very rare thing for me to actually applaud the Democrats. No, he decided to retire. He saw how easy my life was, and he said, "Dave, what do you do?" I just do a show every night and, you know, constantly work outside. And he was so stressed out, and, you know, the number of the attorneys that die before they're 55 is huge, right? Well, he just said, "I'm going to retire like you, Dave." So I actually led the way for my ex-attorney to retire. He just said, "No, I won't do it. I like the way you're living." And he models himself after the way I live now. So I guess he spends most of his time, you know, staying at home and feeding the cat or something. I don't know.
Well, he did have a dog, but
I haven't seen him in a long time. His dog died. He fell in a septic hole.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so sad.
They are extra white. Sarah used this Pepsodent whitener that we used on our teeth. We whitened together. We did a kind of a his and hers whitening last night with the same pop of, you know, spritzy water stuff. I don't even know what it's called. Dentionine or... I know. How romantic. Those who pepsidize together live together. I know. I've got the best look for 2020, and I'm keeping it under the wraps because I've got a better look coming. Yeah, this whole summer has been sculpting my body. I've been working out every day, and hopefully I'll be ready for my Annie Leibovitz photo shoot as soon as she finds out I want the photo shoot. The main problem using satellite or drones to do the census is that there's no way to tell if they are house occupants, friends visiting, or... No, come on, they're bodies. We just need a head count. Geez, why do you make this into a big deal? You know, Obama spent $9 billion on the census. and it translated into $1.6 billion in jobs. That's how much money they scraped off the top.
Oh yeah.
They made like 1,200 jobs.
With the satellite drone thing, you could do it like 3 times, like once in, March, June, and.
So now Trump just announced he's going to use thermal satellites to do the 2020. I wouldn't doubt he's watching our show and he's saying, "Oh, that's a great idea. I think I'll steal that from David Sponheim. Oh, good idea." Oh. No, you could easily count bodies. What do you Well, let's not go there. The technology does exist. It does. No, satellite technology does thermal scans all the time. They know exactly where you are in your house. That they could even do this with a Wi-Fi system.
It didn't exist, but I don't. I think it does. I'm one of those. I would think it does exist, but I would hope that it doesn't exist.
It does exist. So keep hoping it doesn't exist all you want, because it does exist. Yeah, they can spot a freckle on your groin area from 800 miles away. They can see if you have crabs from satellites, just so you know. So be sure you wear underwear. Whatever.
Okay.
I mean, they have amazing satellites.
I'm sure they do have amazing satellites, but they do have to have so many pixels and be able to zoom and all of that. And I'm sure the best...
Zooming. I'm auto-zooming.
That's so funny. The best satellite they have pointed out.
Yeah, looking into the heavens. Yeah, and they simply don't know what to look at, so they screw that up completely.
Looking at everything.
My number is just a head count. Dr. Meow, go back to school. You only have 16 PhDs. You need a few more.
Which our numbers, the census is just a head count, too.
Tom is just repeating everything I say and saying Trump just announced it. Tom, you're hilarious. That's why we let you stay in the show as Tom Hain as opposed to an NYN whatever.
NYEMT.
Your church is having a bake sale to get your own back. Our home is better than ever. But we have not produced the gridiron system that I wanted to create a hardened carapace over our house so that if we were hit by an F-35, I could survive the attack. That's the next step.
Wait,
I told you about the first step. The first step is redoing the soundproofing in our house. The next step is to build bulletproof the entire roof to handle an F-35 hitting our house. Because that could happen. Well, let's be clear. Sarah's counting the minutes. 18 more minutes for the end of the show, Sarah. It's too bad you have this problem, Sarah, that you cannot see. LA Times. A retired teacher found some seahorses off Long Beach. Then he built a secret world for them. Today he took a visitor on a tour of the secret world he built from the palm fronds. Okay, thanks. They can see you in your house based on your 5G Wi-Fi's hot point or hotspot. Dude, you've been running the Spade and Scheckelstein joke how many times now? And have you gotten one laugh?
No, definitely not for me.
I think it's time to take my tie off.
Whatever you want.
I'm going to loosen it up. I'm going to let it all out.
For the last 17 minutes.
Yeah. Right on. You notice how I got rid of all my chest hair?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing what electrolysis will do.
You're funny.
Yeah.
Very funny.
All right. Any other questions? And we'll get back to our original discussion about nothing.
Well, I was just looking at the news somewhere.
Yeah, there's nothing in the news. Trump stopped tweeting intelligent thoughts, so now it's no longer that funny.
Yeah, and all sites doesn't have very much. That's why I went to that other site, but you didn't want me to go there.
Go there, yeah, I don't mind. The news essentially stopped when we took vacation, so we're just tracking the non-news on a daily basis. We are recording the broadcast, and it will be uploaded as soon as I can get a decent upload location. I can't seem to upload anywhere decently. Dave, why is your waist still 38? I don't know, man. Storm weekend. Here comes Barry Levy danger. Federal spending is through the map. I mean, Trump is breaking ground. His budget deficit widened 23%. That's the big news.
Wow.
Tonight. 23% budget deficit increase. Trump is out of control, people. He's going to liquidate and bury our economy. Wake up, America. Trump warns media industry it'll fold when he leaves office. This is what a megalomaniacal thing he says all the time. Trump is a narcissistic megalomaniac. Yeah. He has a severe narcissism. Malignant narcissism, that's what doctors are saying. 27 psychiatrists have confirmed that Trump is suffering from malignant narcissism. Wow. So Joe has tapped into the Psychic Friends Network. He just ate a large mushroom, and now he's communicating with us psychically. Dude, I think you should go to the grocery where you got those mushrooms and said, please, don't give me psilocybin next time. Yeah, and this is really another story that kind of shocked the world when we found out that Jeffrey Epstein still wants to stay in his 77-room mansion, despite the fact that he allegedly molested girls in this mansion. This is just crazy. Well, let's be clear. Epstein wants judge to let him stay in his $77 million Manhattan mansion until trial. What a joke. Lawyers don't you just hate that when they do a show and you're like, no, you watch this video instead about, this commercial. Boy, the debates were dead. Nobody talked about GMOs, vaccines, chemtrails. What a worthless party the Democrats are. They have no interest in anything that we're actually affecting the American people. I know. The Olmec tribe and the Toltec tribes were the tribes that lived in South America prior to the Aztec and Mayan cultures.
Yes, David does have wonderful hair.
Thank you.
Somebody said, David, how do you keep such perfect hair, even in the humid conditions in your car?
Well, one of the ways I do it is I go through a regime of hair flagellation, where I take each follicle and whip it. Whip it good.
That's what I'm working on right now.
Whip it into shape. Get straight. Drive
Go
forward.
Move ahead.
Move ahead. Try to detect it. It's not too late to spray fruit spray in your face. The fruit spray request came in through virtual chat. There you go. Ah, that's so refreshing.
I would not find that refreshing.
You don't like things sprayed in your face, and I understand that.
No, I do not like anything in my face.
We were swimming in a lake, every day or the past 8 days, and Sarah just does not like water on her face.
Yeah, I don't.
I sing all the time, but because I'm a savant, my singing goes unnoticed by most people. The facial spritzer is fruity, right? Can you smell it?
No.
Smell my face.
I guess no.
She doesn't even smell her face. Smell my face.
It just smells like David.
I think this could spawn a new shaving cream. Instead of kiss my face, it'll be smell my face. This is a brand new product that I will never make a penny on. Because I don't believe in capitalizing on everything like Trump. I love just sharing ideas. That's what I love.
So true, Dr. Meow.
I don't put a price tag on my ideas. Ricola.
And next time I just won't go on a vacation.
Well, we found chemtrails
I'll
in the
stay
skies
where I
above
am
our...
at.
Uh-oh. Hold on, please. Okay, I have to redo the battery hookup. We want to make it the last 10 seconds here.
Oh, right.
Yeah, let me do that. Hold on, please.
10 minutes, 11 minutes.
It's a good exercise, I must admit. the battery.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
All right, well, we've made it through most of the show. We have like 11 minutes to go. Okay. Here we go. Plugging in right now, saving battery.
Got it.
Ah.
I'll be right back.
No, Mad Dog, we not. David's not that way. David's amazing. I was scratching a mosquito bite right here. That's what I was doing with my hands. That's exactly what I was doing. It's kind of itchy. Okay. Anyway. Not that I know of. Chocolate starfish. Okay. Alright, good. 8 on each arm, alright. Sounds good. You have... Wait. Oh. You have 8 mosquito bites on each arm, right where I was scratching. Yeah, I don't doubt that at all. It is pretty crazy. Okay. Well, I was just reading the chat, Moving Nerd. That's what I was doing. Okay. Going down. A few minutes left. Thank you all for watching our show. I will be in a different location probably in a few days. So, yeah. But we'll be back home, like I was telling David, early to mid-August. So back in our studio, which will be fun. Early to mid-August. We will have a good night. Yeah. So. Oh, you think mushrooms saved you a ton because you were able to go on a vacation in your mind after taking mushrooms? That's not a good idea. You just got on. Hello, psycho. Or behavior. I'm so happy to see you. I'm sorry you just got on. And no, we won't be casting for another hour. We'll be casting for another 8 minutes or so. No, we're not going to do a burnout in the Mobile Travel Center for you or for anyone else. Huh. Okay. Yeah, I finally convinced David to take a vacation, so that's been nice, for sure. I have heard that. I have heard that's happened, Moving Nerd. Yeah, well, you know, it happens. Well, you know, we just have to do that in order to have a Wi-Fi signal or internet signal in remote areas, Final Dream. So we do it, and that's what we do in order to have the show. When David goes back to Washington, will I limit his nightly cast hours? It has been nice to have David only cast, 5 nights a week, but it is election season's hitting, ramping up, so I can imagine David's not going to want to lower his casting time. He's going to want to increase it once we get back to a consistent studio location.
Yeah.
Casting from a limo, it definitely seems like I'm casting from a limo. it's so much fun traveling. It can be fun traveling. It definitely can be.
I got it down, timing. So I can jump in with the... Oh.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Everything okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I can jump in. This is like we're in the middle of Tahiti here. This is awesome.
Okay.
We did a cooking show, kind of. She showed you the potato salad that was the best potato salad I've ever eaten in my entire life. Yeah.
It looks like I'm still in the Northwest because I'm wearing a coat and a turtleneck. But ironically, I'm just wearing a coat because David runs the air conditioner to keep out the mosquitoes in this hot weather.
Yeah.
And
I spray fruit mist on my face so that I can look like I'm in Tahiti. So I'm having a day spa in my own mind, even though I'm in the middle of mosquito hell.
yeah, it's pretty funny.
I carry my fruit mist right here in my pocket in case I need it. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. So
Okay.
we are reaching the end of the show in about 5 minutes. I'll give you guys an update on the news. Nothing happened. There's a terrible
No, there might be
hurricane
a
hitting New Orleans.
Yeah.
Possible major hurricane hitting New Orleans Saturday. Jeffrey Epstein wants to be living in a 77-room estate while he faces child prostitution issues yet again.
No.
New allegations. Hurricane Barry, that's right. I don't know. Good job, Brownie. I don't know. Will Trump fly over this hurricane saying that his FEMA guy did a great job like George W. Bush did?
It's 8 p.m. Pacific.
Good job, Brownie. Trump tried to take credit for giving Puerto Rico $93 million, $93 billion, and the real number was like 11 or 12 billion. And he tried to say he gave him $93 billion. And he claims that all the success in Puerto Rico is due to him, when he never gave anything to these people. Trump is insane. You know that he is, and the country is wandering and looking for a leader. I'm ready to start as soon as he picks me as his VP. Yeah. I will take over the reins of the presidency, and then I will take you to the 2020 election, and we will go from there. But Trump wants to cling to power because he likes making money. This past week, we found out that Trump has made 255 times more money just golfing and having Secret Service pay for their hotel rooms at his Trump hotels. He's made 255 times more than he would have getting a salary. Very strange. It's really, really weird how he's profiting left and right by just saying, I'm going golfing, you have to go with me, I want all the Secret Service to come, and every one of them has to get a room at the Trump hotels wherever he stays. It's crazy how America is letting this guy take over. It's beyond belief how our political system is so stifled and so censored that we just cannot possibly fix the biggest buffoon as president when he's staring us right down the center of this country's future and destroying our potential future. It's crazy how this country can't be responsive to the real problems and how the Democrats have fallen short on the impeachment issue. Nancy Pelosi is more into clinging to Speaker of the House than she is responding to her own progressive element in dealing with this guy. It's ridiculous. Time is running out. Our country could have a 2020 election. It wouldn't matter if Biden or Trump were to win. We'd still have the same disastrous problems. Homelessness increasing in every city, pollution running rampant, plastic waste flooding the coastlines of every single country, all because of this rampant use of ridiculous non-biodegradable plastic. And Trump saying, oh, there's no climate change, it's all big fake news, it's all fake news. No, I'm not going to be taking on Andrew Yang yet. We can talk about it. Yeah, after Trump was elected, Mar-a-Lago doubled member fees to $200,000 before taxes.
Wow.
He's profiting every way he can from the White House, and no one's screaming conflict of interest. I look exactly like Nick Nolte. Was that before he became a drunk and looked terrible? I would rather look like Nick Nolte, a young Nick Nolte. Remember Rich Man, Poor Man? That was a great series. One of the first mini-series out there. So the disclosure is real. The 2017 real estate income at 168 million, the highest amount recorded of any listed year. So basically he's making money on deals with his properties, and he's selling them at double the value, which means he's probably money laundering. You know, taking in double or triple their value. That's a classic case of money laundering. His Mar-a-Lago New Year's party tickets jumped to as much as $750 per person in 2017. Hey, thank you, Guest 509. You've got some pretty good info on him.
Thank you guys so much for watching our show, and we'll see you again tomorrow.
Yep, tomorrow night, 5 o'clock. Hopefully we'll get, or 6 o'clock.
6 p.m. Pacific.
6 to 8, Monday through Friday. That's our traveling show time.
6 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah, 6 p.m. Pacific. Take care, everybody. Good night.
Bye.
It's alright.